To attach a power takeoff or PTO, be sure to have the correct RPM PTO shaft for the implement being attached. The 540 RPM shaft we will be using has 6 splines. Set the parking brake, disengage power to the PTO shaft, shut off the engine, and remove the shaft guard. The guard must be in place when an attachment is not connected to the PTO. Check the tractor PTO coupling and implement the PTO stub to make sure they have the same number of splines. Always engage the PTO at the lowest RPM. Engaging the PTO at a high RPM can cause breakage of the shaft or spline. When operating a PTO, engage the PTO only when the engine is running. While running the engine, push the clutch down all the way and wait for the tractor to stop if you are moving. Next, move the PTO lever to the on position. Then release the pedal slowly. To stop the tractor while the PTO is running, push down on both brake pedals and the clutch pedal at the same time. Next, change gears and release the brake pedals. Then release the clutch pedal slowly. To disengage the PTO, push down the clutch pedal all the way and move the PTO lever to off. Back the tractor into position using the help of a spotter to guide the tractor's drawbar in line with the hitch of the mower. Before attaching an implement to the drawbar, read the operator's manual carefully. Your spotter should prepare the mower's hitch for connection. When the hitch points are aligned, connect them with the appropriate size bolt, washers, and nut. Use crescent wrenches to fully tighten the nut and bolt. Adjust the drawbar height to approximately 16 inches between ground level and the drawbar hitch point. When attaching an implement to the drawbar, use the hitch in its extended position. For a PTO speed of 540 RPM, the hitch point must be 14 inches from the end of the PTO shaft. For a PTO speed of 1000 RPM, the hitch point must be 16 inches from the end of the PTO shaft. Next, lower the mower's weight onto the drawbar using the trailer hand jack. Connect the PTO with the help of your spotter. Lift the mower's power shaft and align it with the tractor's PTO. Move the collar back against the stop of the yoke. Turn the collar to align the yoke with the splines on the tractor PTO shaft. As your spotter holds it in place, slide the end of the mower's power shaft onto the tractor's PTO. Fasten the safety chain linking the shaft cover to the tractor. Connect the mower's hydraulic hoses to the tractor's couplers. Use a rubber tie-down to secure the hydraulic hoses out of the way where they cannot touch the PTO shaft. Inspect the rubber tie-down beforehand, checking for cracks that could cause it to break. As a safety precaution, run a heavy safety chain, linking the tractor to the trailer of the mower. Fasten the chain through the links using an appropriate bolt and nut. With this in place, if a failure occurs at the hitch points, the chain will prevent the mower from becoming disconnected from the tractor. When disconnecting the PTO mower from the tractor, simply reverse the process. Disconnect the chain first, then the hydraulic hoses, PTO safety chain, and mower PTO shaft. Finally, with the hand jack down, disconnect the hitch from the drawbar.